Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And today I'm here to review a movie that came out the other day on video on demand. Now, I know usually I don't do a whole lot of video on demand releases. I just do mostly theatrical. But this one I had to review because, ladies and gentlemen, it's the newest film in the Leprechaun franchise. My review of the 2018 horror film Leprechaun Returns. Coming up now. Taking place in Devils Falls, North Dakota, a group of sorority sisters plan to fix up their new house to become eco-friendly. Unfortunately for them, they don't know it's the same house that has been rampaged by a leprechaun 25 years before. Soon after the leprechaun gets out of the well he had been imprisoned in and plans to finally get back his gold and, of course, kill and wreak a little havoc along the way. So what did I think of Leprechaun Returns? I thought it's an entertaining horror sequel. The first Leprechaun is one of my all-time favorite guilty pleasure movies, and one I can watch over and over again. The sequels, on the other hand, have their ups and downs, ranging from seeing the character visiting the hood all the way to space. There was also an attempt at a reboot with Leprechaun Origins a few years back that was truly awful, so I'm glad that thankfully was forgotten. This new film goes the same route of the new Halloween movie and erases those other sequels and picks up after the first film, which I think is probably for the best. Being a fan, there were a few things that worried me when I saw the trailer, such as it being a production from Sci-Fi, and the biggest being Warwick Davis not returning to play his iconic horror role. Thankfully, after viewing, those worries weren't too big of a deal. While we didn't get Davis, Lyndon Poco has taken up the horror villain and does a really great job with it, giving the familiar feel of the character, but makes it a bit of his own as well. Also, for a Sci-Fi produced movie, it's very good quality. You can tell it was created by people who were fans of the original film, especially from director Steve Kostanski, who directed last year's horror flick The Void, who really captures the tone and feel of the first Leprechaun movie, even with just little touches like remembering the Lep's obsession with polishing shoes. It also uses practical effects, which is a nice change of pace, and gives us oodles of blood, both green and red, guts and gore to go around. It's also good to see the film knows exactly what it is, a B-movie horror comedy sequel, and is very self-aware. It does have a number of the usual horror movie cliches, but actually makes fun of them at the same time, which can be a breath of fresh air, and shows why those cliches are here. The film is also intentionally funny, giving us some good jokes along the way with a couple of groaners, and of course some witty one-liners from the Leprechaun, a few of which are laugh-out-loud worthy. While we follow the familiar plot of the character searching for his gold, it's still pretty fun to see the college students fending off the creature. While I did like our main character and felt she's one of the most likable and easiest characters to root for in the franchise's history, a number of the other characters can be rather annoying, some of which are meant to be unlikable, but either way, they felt kind of flat. The cast stars Taylor Spritlier as Lila, the daughter of Tori, Jennifer Aniston's character, who finds herself back at the same house as her mother 25 years later and begins believing her stories about the creature. Pepe Sanjua as Katie, the friendliest sorority sister who tries befriending Lila. Cy Bennett as Rose, the biggest activist who's obsessed with getting the job done on time. Emily Reed as Meredith, the alcoholic member who's a bit of trouble on her own. Mark Holton reprising his role as Ozzy, one of the survivors from the first Leprechaun attack who still lives in town. And Lyndon Porco as the Leprechaun, the killer mythical creature looking for his pot of gold and planning to do anything possible to get it back. Leprechaun Returns gets the series back on track and is an enjoyable blast for fans of the first movie. I'm gonna give it the rating of... do it. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/WestsideOf515. Like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTruePlaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WestSailist. Until next time, Troop out.